welcome to my channel. I am Atomic Sade, and today we are playing Zayne's Limited Myth. If you are here and you see this intro, that means you are watching the replay here on YouTube. If you want to watch this live, be sure to follow my Twitch account at twitch.tv/AtomicSade or /AtomicSade. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's get into the story, and this gameplay will include our TikTok live audience in the chat. On the, wait, where am I pointing? On that side of the screen, so enjoy that. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get into the story. We are here, y'all. It's time to get into this myth card. Oh, Snow's Embrace. Okay, the event was called Trace of Divinity, but this is Snow's Embrace, the myth story. So, yes. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Please be sure to hit the like button, TikTok, if you don't mind. I appreciate that, guys. The Dan River flows south into the sea, and a nameless mountain stands 370 li away. Peculiar trees and precious jade can be found there. However, those who were once stepped into this area all lost their track. Some say a god dwells within the mountain, so one should not venture recklessly. It's said that the god wields the power of yin and yang, governing life and death. He is the master of fate. And that's from the Classic of Peaks, Southern Mountain Volume. What? Oh, I was like, is it volume 1, volume 2? What is it? Just volume. Like a veil falling from the leaves above, fog materializes in the forest at dawn. With a basket of fruits, I walk down a stone path. Bamboo leaves rustle in the wind. I sense something amiss. I leap up and instantly, several ice spikes pierce the spot where I once stood. This has to be a joke. Zayne, you? As falling bamboo leaves transform into flying blades, I close my eyes and rely on my intuition to sense where the attacks are coming from. There. I grab a leaf and hurl it back. Then after a few clinks, I open my eyes. The hell? Akira! Let me stop. A tall flowering tree stands before me, its trunk radiating iridescent light. The tiny white flowers which cover it form a cloud-like array, seemingly endless. I kind of like this picture. Let me save that. With every blossoming flower, there is life. With every wilting flower, there is death. This tree has stood here for eons, documenting the mortal world cycle of life and death. Beneath the tree's branches, a tall figure picks up the leaf I threw. It's Zayne, his demeanor elegant and serene.
You broke through the trap more quickly compared to before. Yet it can barely be considered satisfactory.
Whew. It's a fine man right there. Let's move a little closer. Couldn't you have shown mercy? If I tripped, I would have been pierced like a lotus root.
If even a simple trap has you struggling to defend yourself.
Oh. He sits behind a long table and pours himself a cup of tea.
Either my teachings are of no use to you, in which case you should leave the mountain and seek guidance elsewhere. Or what you've said about wanting to stay here and learn is just a lie.
That's not true. I've gotten better at controlling my power, and my senses have become sharper. All thanks to your discipline and guidance, Shifu. I've known Zayne for quite some time now, but he has never responded to me calling him Shifu. I don't bother with deciding if it's rejection or silent acceptance. I lean on the table and offer him a bright red fruit. You must have prepared this surprise trap since dawn. You still haven't eaten, yes? Here.
This is unnecessary.
I toss the fruit into my mouth. Some time passes and Zayne looks up from his scroll. Am I disturbing you?
I wanted to see what color your sleeve would be.
I'm not used to wearing such flowy clothes. I lift my red-stained sleeve, but it's so long that it knocks over a cup of tea. I quickly reach out to catch it. Ah, so hot! Touching my earlobes, I hastily place the cup back on the table.
Give me your hand.
Oh, his voice. A cool breeze blows past me. I look again, and the hand Zayne holds isn't red anymore. Maybe I should get going now. Isn't this when you comfort me or try to convince me to stay?
You're finally taking the time to self-reflect. Why should I stop you?
I'm about to retort when a lamb-like creature with one horn crawls out of under Zayne's sleeve. It yawns lazily. It's the little Zay who's accompanied him for many years. He's the one who shouldn't be here. Come here, Bai.
His name is not Bai.
Oh, my bad. He'll always be Bai to me. Oh, Bai sounds so cute. Bai refuses to leave Zayne's arms, so I pick him up. He's so dirty. I'll take him to the steam for a bath. Once we're far enough away, I set Bai on the ground and grab his little horn. He hasn't praised me once. Meanwhile, you get to sleep soundly in his arms. Bai lets out a loud Bai lets out a loud bleat and gives me an unhappy look. I try to figure out what he's saying and think it's, if it weren't for me, would you and Zayne have met? Oh, okay, my bad, Bai. So Bai put us on together? Let's see, number 2. Ooh. How many years have passed? For as long as I can remember, I lived alone in the mountains. Aside from Hua, a leopard, and the raccoons named Hua 1 and Hua 2, Hua 3 and more, I had no other friends. Life in the mountains was so peaceful to the point where it was boring. I decided to befriend another companion. So taking my bow and arrow, I rode on Hua's back through the mountain to try my luck, and unexpectedly, I found a tiny Zay by the rock. Zay is a mythical creature, renowned yet rarely seen. It understands the feelings of all things and knows the affairs of ghosts and gods. But this one seemed to have injured its leg. I had some medicine on me, but the Zay was wary. As soon as it saw me approaching, it bolted faster than Hua ever could. Hua and I chased after it, unknowingly venturing into an area we shouldn't have. Ooh. Do I have this? I don't think I got that as a background. When I come to my senses, the mountain's forest, warmed by the sun itself, is covered in a blanket of snow. The Zay I was following has long since disappeared. Ooh. What is happening? I jump off Hua's back and look up. The sun is just a faint white silhouette. Ice and snow pile up on the tree branches and emit a cold, dim light. I'll get lost if I keep walking. I need to leave behind a trail of markers. Infusing my power into an arrow, I shoot it to a nearby tree. The arrow cuts through the air, yet a cold gust suddenly appears. I hear a faint jingle from the forest, and the silence is broken. A hand catches the arrow I just shot, ice forming around the arrowhead. Oh, who could that be? Looking up from the hand, I stare into a cold, calm gaze. Ah, there he is.
Who are you?
The Zay peeks out from under his robe and sticks out his tongue at me. I'm sorry, I didn't know it had a master. He's like, yo, don't be messing with my pets now. The man walks out of the forest, exuding a bitter, cold air. Quiet, he just looks at the arrow in his hand. Looking at the Zay's injured leg, then at my arrow, and his cold expression, I realized something. I can explain. While I did shoot the arrow, I wasn't hunting. Your little Zay was injured, and I happened to have medicine.
Did you infuse your power into this arrow?
You can sense it? His expression remains cold, but the ice on the arrowhead gradually disappears.
Do not visit this place again.
Stop. Stop being mean to me. The man throws the arrow back into my quiver and walks toward the fathomless snow without looking back. Damn. Cold shoulder much? And then he gonna turn his back to me like that? He can sense my powers, but he doesn't regard me as a monster like the people living at the foot of the mountain. I can't help but chase after him. Alright, chase after him. That ponytail though. Whew. Wait, can I ask you a question? Are you also like me? Someone with special powers?
If you continue down this path, you'll be able to leave the mountain.
I stop walking. I watch as he moves further and further away. Determined, I follow him. Who said I was planning to leave? Despite only taking a few more steps, it feels as if I've walked through a transparent veil. In the middle of the forest stands an incredibly tall, flowering tree. Its crown is adorned with a sea of blossoms resembling a snowy landscape. It shines brilliantly under the sun. What a beautiful tree. That is a pretty tree. That's really nice. Surprised, I look around and only to see emotions ripple across his deep pool-like eyes.
You can see it?
Yeah, of course. There are even small flowers blooming on it. Can't you see them? Remembering the sudden blizzard and how the Baizé was by his side, I start to suspect something. I see. The ancient texts regard this as a nameless mountain where a god hides within it. One should not venture recklessly. You're the god who's hiding here. Am I mistaken?
How are you certain I'm a god and not an evil mountain spirit who eats people?
Oh god, y'all, you think he's an evil mountain spirit that eats people? I'm still here and not in the process of being devoured, so you can't be that hungry. If you truly are a god, may I ask for a favor? Expressionless, he quietly walks over to a table under the tree and pours 2 cups of tea.
You can ask, but I may be unable to fulfill your request.
Okay. Are you sure? I wanted to ask if you could take away my power. As I speak, I sit down across from him. He pushes one of the cups to me. I don't want to constantly be on the run or alone in the mountains. It's so boring.
Why are you on the run?
When I sense the earthen loom about to free itself, I ran to the town to warn everyone. In the end, a lot of people died. Some visited the mountains to capture me, saying I was a harbinger of disaster and a monster. It seems everyone is afraid of me. He lifts his hand, his fingertips lightly touching my forehead. A subtle chill spreads throughout my body. What are you doing?
You are not a monster.
Oh. Thank you.
But you're not an ordinary person either.
Oh. I don't know how to take that, but okay. Thank you.
The spiritual power you possess is ordained by fate. I have no right to take it away.
That's true. Can you tell me how to control it then? I always sense things that I don't want to sense. It's very annoying. Can I take your silence as a yes? I won't learn from you for free. I can provide medicine to your Baizé in return. 3, 2... Okay, I ain't making those lines. My mouth is suddenly tightly closed like a clam. I look at him in disbelief as he nonchalantly withdraws his hand.
Has anyone ever told you that you're a little noisy?
Oh my god, why is he picking on me?
I suppose the answer is no.
Oh! This was my first encounter with Zayne. A meeting that could hardly be considered pleasant. One thing about Zayne, he is gonna pick on us. All right, number 3. He was very impolite back then, don't you think? My thoughts return to the present. I watch Bai playing in the stream as I talk. But he's still not being very kind. After that day, Zayne allowed me to stay here and taught me how to control my spiritual power. However, I have yet to truly understand him, even after we spend a lot of time together. Oh, isn't your kind supposed to know everything? Do you know what Zayne is thinking about? Or what he likes? What does he want? I did say I wouldn't learn from him for free. I have to repay him somehow, otherwise it won't sit well with me. Why are you staring at me like that? I'm puzzled by Bai's gaze. I look behind me and see a blooming tree not far away. Ah, yes. He always cherishes that tree. Maybe I should take care of it for him. Okay. Ooh. There seems to be a spiritual vein in his mouth. Oh, in this mountain. Woo, Lord. While taking care of the tree, I found a viper egg under its roots. It said a viper can protect all plants and trees. I kept the egg with me and let Hua incubate it. But when the egg hatched, the little viper slithered out and bit my finger. Ouch, you're so aggressive. The newborn viper coils around my finger, and for some reason it refuses to let go. Ooh. It falls to the ground, only to suddenly grow 10 zhang long. In a frenzy, it opens its huge maw. This is bad. I quickly rush to the front of the sacred tree. Remembering Zayne's lessons, I set up a barrier. When the tree canopy is completely covered, I turn my attention back to the approaching viper. You're bold, but I didn't suffer through all that training for nothing. Ooh, I know that's right. Using my power is as effortless as moving my fingers now. Even in the fight, I can spare some energy to send away the birds and animals that haven't already fled. I quickly strike the viper's vital point, but before I can celebrate, I see Hua running out. Hua! The viper's tail is about to slam down onto him, but I won't make it in time.
Step back.
Hey, there we go. I was waiting for you. I'm like, where is he at? Okay. All of a sudden, ice freezes the viper. White fills my vision, and I'm enveloped in a refreshing yet cold breath. At the sound of something shattering, I peek out from behind the sleeve that covers my eyes. The viper has turned into dust. Ooh.
What happened?
I look at Zayne's profile. My hero. I found a viper egg and wanted to help it protect the tree once it's hatched, but something was wrong as soon as it came out of the egg. Hua loudly sneezes, sniffs the ground, then walks over to nuzzle my hand. Hua hatched the egg. She might have been upset. It's okay. I protected the sacred tree and the surrounding. I look back. Under the tree, the table where Zayne often sits is overturned along with the chairs. Countless bamboo slips are scattered on the ground. Oh. I'm sorry. I'll clean it up. I know very well how important these bamboo slips are to Zayne. My confidence turns into unease.
Are you hurt?
I hide my finger. No.
Rest. I'll take care of everything else here.
Okay. Thank you. But it's my fault this happened. I should do something at least. It's not like I have anything else to do.
Hua follows you because of your power. It's also why the Viper went mad earlier. The same beginning can yield different outcomes.
That's true.
It has nothing to do with you.
You sure? Okay, thanks for making me feel better.
Instead of blaming yourself, you should tend to your injured finger.
I can't hide anything from Zayne without much of a choice. I sigh and leave. At this point, even if I can't help him, I'm already grateful he didn't misunderstand me. He is so good. He is so good. Ooh, pretty. After a while, the mountains has returned to its usual tranquility. I stay still on the daybed, listening to the faint jingling of bells on the curtain and the rustling outside. Don't worry, bye. I'll feel better soon. There's a moment of silence, but not long after, the bells jingle again. Something taps me. I swear I'm fine. Leave me alone. The noise pauses for a moment, then something taps me again. I shut my eyes in resignation.
What happened?
Oh, was this the cutscene? Oh, okay. A cutscene.
Your spiritual power is strong. Since you're not injured, are you unable to sleep well? Come.
Oh. But I still want to sleep.
You plan to dawdle in bed? Would you like me to leave you alone? All right then.
No, don't leave. I need you. I love you. That's what she really wanted to say. Oh, damn, the timer. Ooh.
What a troublemaker. Don't move. Your hair got tangled around my wrist.
Oh.
Your hair acts just like you.
What?
It appears soft. But it's actually difficult to unravel.
Hey! Stand up. Let's stand up.
Now that you're up and about, help me clean up the mess.
What? I gotta help you.
I'll wait for you under the tree.
Okay. Alright, fine. You gonna make me help him clean up? I don't want to clean up. The sun is warm, and the area under the tree has returned to normal. Zayne sits in front of the mountain of bamboo slips, flipping them with one hand and placing them on the long table with the other. A click startles me. Do we have to copy all of these again? Okay, fine.
The Viper didn't destroy anything. It knocked over a large number of bamboo slips, which smudged the words. Normally it wouldn't matter, but I must head down the mountain next month. I need to bring these with me.
Okay.
If only someone could copy them with me.
I could help. You know, I don't mind helping you with that. He nonchalantly looks over.
I'm certain that person is clever and skilled, since they could assist me with this daunting task.
Yep. Fine. Today's weather is perfect for copying and practicing calligraphy. I grit my teeth and sit behind the long table, but as soon as I unroll a scroll, I start to feel dizzy. Born in the direction of Zayne at the Renzi hour of the Jimao day. Are these Baize?
Don't think about
Baize?
it. Just copy it.
Okay. I probably butchered all of that. My bad, y'all. As I sit beside Zayne and pick up a brush, a white flower falls next to my hand. Zayne, you said each flower represents a life. So is there one that belongs to you on this tree?
It belongs to me, but it's not me.
Oh. What do you mean? Which flower are you talking about? I scoot closer to him, ready to hear a story, but I end up being lightly smacked on the head by a bamboo slip.
Don't make excuses just so you can slack off. Focus.
Okay. You hit me. I can't copy anything now. Holding my head, I pretend to be in pain and aggravate. What? Aggravate? I'm like, is that aggravate? I don't know. Whatever. Aggrieved.
What do you want?
My head hurts. I may have to sleep for 3 days and 3 nights. Despite my words, and I was joking, sits at the tip of my tongue.
Is it here?
His slightly cool hand covers my forehead. I freeze, blinking at him.
Didn't you say your head hurt? Why does it seem as if your eyes are the problem?
My head does hurt a little bit. No, my head doesn't hurt anymore.
Then keep going. It's this scroll as well as this one. I'll also need your help with these.
Okay. Wait, I think my head still hurts a little, so... Just as I'm about to escape, an invisible force pulls me back to the long table. Oh shit, he's like, we're not doing that.
Stop playing around.
Okay, I'm sorry. With no other options, I continue copying the text, listening to the sound of writing next to me. My eyes start to droop. A chill touches the nape of my neck, instantly waking me up. As I turn my head, I see Zayne returning to his seat, remnants of frost still visible on his fingers.
Don't thank me.
Oh. He's still Zayne, all right. He's not compassionate in the slightest. Shade? After a while, the girl falls asleep at the table. Thud. Her brush rolls off the table's edge and leaves a mark on her face. Oh, you think that's funny? You think that's funny? Zayne reaches out and wipes her face. Okay, that was cute. You could laugh at me. The mark disappears. A white blooming flower lands on her brow. The smile in Zayne's eyes fade. Okay, he just got so serious. What happened?
Time flies in the mountains. Already, it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's time.
It is? What are we doing? I feel like something's about to happen, y'all. Oh, we in the town? During the first month of spring, Zayne would head down to the mountain for a few days. Bai and I would be left alone. But this year, in an unprecedented move, he invited me to accompany him. The bustling streets are filled with people who are busy going about their day. Maybe it's because of the ritual. Hiding in his shadow, I stiffly walk behind Zayne. Stifling.
Did you forget how to walk since we are not in the mountain?
It's too loud. I'm not used to it.
I thought you had grown accustomed to noise like this.
Understanding what he's implying, I glare at him right when he turns his head. He's caught me red-handed. Uh-oh.
They aren't savage beasts. They won't think of you as a monster either.
Okay.
You can be at ease.
All right, good, because you know I'm traumatized coming to this town. You don't know how terrible they were back then. Saying the human heart is unpredictable is true.
Weren't you scared when you were alone in the mountains?
I wasn't. Hua and the others were with me. Besides, I met you and Bai.
Am I the same as Hua and Bai?
Well, you're... Of course not. Zayne's conversations with me are typically short, but today he asked another question.
How so?
For example, caught off guard by his question, I look up and around and spot a nearby stall. Quickly, I pick up a bracelet and shove it into his hand. For example, I want to buy you a gift. Hua and Bai won't get one. Hua and Bai won't get one.
Oh?
Is there anything else you like? I'll buy it for you. Okay, not as tricky.
I'll take this then.
I breathe a sigh of relief, feeling slightly happy. It's my first time giving a gift to someone. Aw, and that person happens to be Zayne. However, when I pull out a stick to give to the merchant, he rejects it. Oh, I forgot about that. She tried to pay for the gift with a stick. My girl been living in the mountains way too long. Look, it's a precious branch from the sacred tree. It glows and prevents you from getting lost if you carry it around. He is not about to take that.
I only accept coins, no branches.
What about this? This is agate. Agate. This is agate. It's not jade, but it's beautiful.
I don't accept stones either.
Okay, so he could have at least accepted the stone. I would accept the stone as a form of payment. I like stones. Not willing to step in, Zayne watches me. He just gonna sit there and watch? You ain't got no money? He's gonna let me sit here and embarrass myself? Okay. I sheepishly laugh and tug his sleeve. Could you maybe help me out first?
Do you expect me to pay for my own gift?
I've been living in the mountains for so long that I forgot money exists. I promise I'll pay you back as soon as we get home.
How will you repay me?
With coins, of course, or do you want something else?
Take a guess. I'll tell you when we return home.
Okay. Zayne reaches into his sleeve, then freezes. Then he freezes. You didn't bring any coins either? Oh, all that shit he was talking to, he ain't got now one coin. Now one coin. Nothing. Talking shit about me. He ain't got no money either. Chapter 6. Street Pavilion. Here we go.
You will receive an invitation tomorrow at noon. Don't accept it, or else misfortune will befall you.
Why did he just sound like that? I forgot about that part. I'm gonna save that because I think he was probably intimidate. I mean, yeah, he was trying to impersonate somebody. I like how he said that though. Say it again, Zayne.
You will receive an invitation tomorrow at noon. Don't accept it, or else misfortune will befall you.
Okay, go back.
Congratulations, you two. Your son will be married next month.
What is going on? I forgot about this.
There's no need to worry. The rumored ghost in the southeast region is just a fallen tree blocking the road. It is not a malevolent spirit.
Okay, Zayne. We set up a fortune-telling stall. Oh, okay. So this is how they're getting their money. Okay. We set up a fortune-telling stall half an hour ago on the side of the street. Zayne sits behind it and reads people's fortunes. Yo, the hustler mentality. I know that's right, Zayne. I know that's right. He said we're going to get this coin somehow. In no time, a long line forms as people want to get their fortunes read. Not the professional scammers.
Is this enough?
They really said, you know what? Let's set up a fortune-telling stall real quick on the side of the road and just read people's fortunes. Like, I know that's right though. They did what they had to do. After thanking him profusely, the last customer, an elderly woman, leaves. I happily hand Zayne a bag filled to the brim with coins. It is. We can buy a whole stall with this. I still can't believe you actually came down the mountain without bringing money. I thought you knew some kind of transmutation spell to turn stone into gold.
The gold would eventually return to being stone. When that happens, the merchant won't be able to ask for help.
That's true. But why did you cast an illusion on us? We don't see each other any differently, yet in the eyes of everyone else, Zayne looks like an old, white-haired mage, while I'm a young girl with 2 buns in my hair. I forgot about that part. So he had disguised them with his power to make him look like an old, white-haired mage, and me too, like a little girl with bun head. That's kind of cool. So that's how the town is seeing us right now. That's why they made all that money.
People often believe the older someone is, the more credible they are.
That's that. Okay. All right.
This applies to physicians as well as mages.
That's weird. Being young doesn't mean you don't have experience, and being old doesn't mean you can't make mistakes. Since no one is paying attention to us, I dispel the illusion to reveal my true appearance and sit down next to Zayne. Ahem. Can you read my fortune, sir?
What are you planning this time?
Shh. Just pretend to read my fortune. I'll put in a good few words for you. You'll get more customers this way. There's a stall that sells sugar paintings on the street corner. I was thinking...
You're a glutton.
Grinning ear to ear as I look at him, I prop up my chin in my hand. I notice you can tell someone's fortune with just a glance. You don't ask a lot of questions. From what I've seen before, fortune tellers draw, cast spells, or count.
At its core, it's about being able to read a person's expression. Other methods aren't necessary for me.
Oh, okay, well. But wouldn't that make you less intimidating? Why don't you try to put on a show? Zayne sighs, he pauses for a moment and then turns to me.
Other than reading someone's expressions, you can also read palms.
Okay, so he's about to read my palm.
Since you're curious, I'll look at yours.
Cutscene.
Give me your hand.
Oh.
What do you want to know?
I feel like a gross sister. All right, so what should we ask our fortune teller Zayne? Should we ask him about wisdom? Should we ask him about wealth? Or should we ask him about romance? What should we ask our dear fortune teller? TikTok saying romance. Twitch is saying wisdom. I see a lot of romance. Okay. I'm sorry. We got looks like romance is winning, so let's go ahead and ask our fortune teller about romance.
Romance.
I saw his eyes.
The person you're destined to be with is stoic and not very affectionate.
Oh,
Does it remind you of someone?
he's so cute.
It could be Hua or Bai.
Hold on. Here we go. All right. You're lying. Hua and Bai are very loving. Now it's my turn. Give me that hand.
How can you read my palm when I'm wearing gloves?
Take the glove off. Oh, wait. So, wait. If I do this, does that mean I'm taking off his glove? Let me see. Give me that glove. Oh, I guess I still do it. I'm still not. Okay.
I told you that you couldn't see anything.
Ah!
Are you trying to read the glove?
Oh, I should have did his heart. Why don't I share some good fortune with you since you've been lacking it?
Your good fortune. You're too kind.
Aw, let's resonate.
This flower can't be found in the mountains. How do you know what it looks like?
I mean, I got a gift. I heard from a passerby it supposedly has a nice
A
fragrance.
flower that's always in full bloom is a sign of good luck. It's fitting.
Yeah.
However, judging from your resonance, your power stagnated for a bit.
Oh.
We need to improve your training when we get back.
Damn! Here I thought I was doing good. Earlier, did you make everything up? Make up everything? What?
Believe and it will come true.
Oh, okay. That's a lie. You're messing with me.
You were the one who said I should just pretend while you put in a few good words for me.
Oh.
Since that's the case, don't take my words too seriously.
Okay. Zayne quietly watches me, his expression gentle, but something hides in the depths of his eyes. Unconsciously, I lean forward. Seeing how there's no one around, I whisper to him. Now that I'm genuinely curious, why don't we do it seriously this time? Seeing Zayne lift his gaze, I know he agreed. I sit up straight, looking at him with anticipation. Before I realize it, a cold expression appears on Zayne's face. What's wrong? Is it bad?
It's not.
Oh. Then what did you see? Why he reacting like that? I'm scared.
There will be an unfortunate event in your life.
Oh no.
After it occurs, you will wield a power that can shake heaven and earth.
Don't scare me. I don't care about having power like that. I like it as it is now. I silently add a with you. Oh. Anyway, it's perfect as it is. So, what's this unfortunate event? Nervous, I expectantly look at Zayne. After a long period of silence, he finally meets my gaze.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat what? Huh?
Don't eat sugar. You'll get a toothache.
That's the unfortunate event. Leave it to Dr. Zayne to tell us not to eat sugar. He got some nerve. As much sugar as he taking. Oh, why did it get so quiet? As she runs off to buy a bracelet, Zayne can still see her joyful face through the crowd. The corner of his mouth curls, and that hint of a smile quickly disappears. In the swaying shadows of the trees, an old man sits down in front of him.
Your Grace, is there any reason to be here?
It's you.
Who this?
Your Grace has a keen eye.
The old man glances at the girl, who's not too far away.
Isn't she that variable? She finally appeared.
Oh, snap.
I've seen her fate. It's clear, untainted, and untouched. There are no signs of her becoming a variable.
The old man strokes his long beard.
What your Grace has seen is only her present. And even if she has no intention of harming others, it won't stop them from resenting her. I heard a small serpent went mad in the mountains. Your Grace must know the reason, yes? When a person has something unique and precious, they will no longer live in peace. Since your Grace has already accepted the role of Saming, the variable must be eliminated as soon as possible.
Dang.
Any problems that could occur in the future will be avoidable then. If your Grace is unwilling, should I do it instead?
That won't be necessary.
The girl stands in front of a nearby stall, waving a bracelet at him. Zayne, the merchant told me there's a sacrificial ceremony tonight. Can we go? The old man has already disappeared. Zayne subconsciously waves back at her, hearing himself say,
All right.
Oh no. Oh no, guys. This is where it gets depressing. Alright, number 7. As night falls, banners flutter on the altar. A special incense has been placed in the brazier. It burns with a dazzling light, as a rich scent permeates. Sorry, y'all, I had a moment. People put on masks representing 12 mythological beasts and Bangjansi, the exorcist, and dance majestically amidst flying sparks. The passionate singer seems to have the power to pierce the heavens. Together with the afterglow of the setting sun, it paints the people's faces red. Hey, it's so lively. Is this what a sacrificial dance is like? It's interesting.
Its purpose is to entertain the gods. The dance must be unique so that they can convince the gods to grant their wishes.
I close my eyes, noticing a strange yet devout wave of thoughts. It's as if I could sense their wishes. Is this how people communicate with gods?
Warding off misfortune, driving away plagues, praying for longevity. These are the simplest, yet hardest wishes to fulfill.
Okay. Why do so many people want to live forever?
It's because their lives are fleeting. Yet every life is predetermined. If you try to change it, you'll only be punished. Therefore, changing one's fate is easier said than done.
Even though he's in the crowd, Zayne always stands out as if he could disappear at any moment. I can't help but grab his sleeve. He turns, his gaze appearing deeper as his eyes reflect the fire.
Do you want to live forever?
I shake my head, but then I nod, unsure. I just want to live a little longer. I haven't finished learning from you yet. I haven't seen Bai grow up, and I still have to help you copy bamboo slips. There are a lot of things I need to do. And I heard people enter the 9 hells after they die. It's a dark, cold place. It must be very boring.
I see.
His gaze is like a frozen pool. Yet, there's a surging emotion underneath that I can't understand. I feel a bit awkward and look behind me. The dancers have been replaced by a beautifully dressed priestess. She's dancing gracefully, and her song feels alive. It's different from the passion I sensed earlier. What is she doing?
Courtship.
Oh. Oh, huh?
Humans choose the most beautiful woman to be a priestess and dress her up like a goddess to invite a god to descend from the heavens.
Oh.
The priestess sings about her love for the god, then uses her dance to lure him out. She listens to his prophecy and then...
He looks at me and pauses.
they consummate their relationship.
Ooh, why you had to look at me and say all that? Okay, you don't need to explain it. Understanding why her dance exudes an unabashed allure, I decided not to look at her anymore. Without thinking, I immediately covered Zayne's eyes. She's like, you're not about to get lured in by her. No, absolutely not.
What are you doing?
Aren't you here for business? I don't think you should be slacking off right now.
You're the one who wanted to watch the ceremony.
Ooh. Yes, I also make mistakes. That's why I'm reflecting and making amends. If you want to see a dance, I can do it whenever you like. I know that's right.
I'd like to see that.
I bet you would. I bet you would. Seeing my stunned expression, he makes matters worse. He says,
Right now.
"Oh, on the spot!" Oh shit, guys. He wants me to dance with him right now. Okay, let me get up. Let me stop. He said, "Right now." A promise is a promise. If I said I'll dance, I will. The ceremony ends. Zayne and I are the only ones left. I cast an illusion and hesitantly walk to the center of the altar. Let me say this first. The dance is unique to the mountains. It's normal if you find it strange.
I see. I learned something new today in that case.
I'm telling the truth. When I danced, a lot of animals would watch me. Remembering the steps from the distant past, I make a flower-like gesture with my fingers near my forehead. At first, I move with ease, but it's not long before my steps become clumsy. Don't you start. This dance is difficult to perform. Don't distract me. I glare at Zayne, and he clears his throat.
It's hard to dance without music.
That's true. You gonna hum for me? As he speaks, he conjures a jade gukin in his right hand. Its end producing a radiant snowy glow that scatters in the wind. You could play gukin? Why didn't you tell me before?
You didn't tell me you could dance. Now we're even.
Oh, okay. He plays 2 notes, leading me to follow his rhythm with each step.
Continue.
Okay. So we dancing for him right now? The moon hangs high in the sky, bright moonlight pouring down and splashing its brilliance onto the girl's hair. As the notes from the gukin flow like a gentle river, her steps gradually become lighter, akin to a spirit gracefully emerging from the mountains. As she dances, dormant flowers bloom once again. Several birds fly above the altar, charmed by her dance. Their chirps interweave with the gukin's melody. As she dances with glowing passion, she extends her finger for a beautiful bird to land on. She flashes a radiant smile at him. He never knew she'd be so breathtakingly vibrant when she's blooming. Oh, that's so beautiful. You like that dance? At the end of my performance, I stand in front of Zayne. Somewhat smug, I turn around. Well, do you believe me now? Was it good? What you about to say to me? The flower in my hair is about to fall. He steadies it, and his hand lingers near my neck. No, near my cheek. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Did I save that? Okay, we're gonna save that now. My heart. That just touched my heart. I can't help but hold my breath. Looking into the depths of his gaze, he eventually puts the flower back in its place.
Next year,
Yeah.
I'll play Gucci again when you want to
it's
dance.
pronounced Gucci. My bad. Okay. Gucci. Okay. Oh, that was... last two, guys. Last two. Oh, God, I'm not ready. I don't know if Zayne will play Gucci for me next year. Ever since we returned to the mountains, he's been acting strange. He still reads the bamboo slips and tends to the sacred tree as he always does, but we don't talk much. Of course, he's always been a man of few words, yet as of late, when I'm with him, he often seems lost in thought. He silently stares at me as if he doesn't even hear what I'm saying. It's snowing again in the mountains. Zayne reads bamboo slips behind his long table. I rush over to him, pointing at two snowmen in the middle of the courtyard. That's nice.
Good work. Is Hua the one on the left and Bai the one on the right?
They're supposed to be you and me. Do they look that bad?
It was a joke. I could tell they were us, especially since you draped my robe over one of them.
I was worried it'll get cold, so I borrowed your clothes. You don't mind, do you?
I can't say anything since you already took them.
Oh, okay, smartass. He puts the bamboo slips back on the table, his hand pausing for a moment.
Have you tamed any new companions recently?
No, I didn't want to after the Viper went mad. I feel like I can better control my power lately. It's as if I've grown a lot. Why are you looking around like that?
Excellent.
Oh God, I'm getting sad,
If I asked you to leave, would you do it?
I'm taken aback. Where would I go?
Only you can answer that question. The world is big, and there are many people below the mountain. As long as you keep your power hidden, you can go anywhere.
Why are you saying all of this? It sounds like you're kicking me out. Zayne sighs, his expression softening a bit.
In the past, you said you didn't want to be alone in the mountains.
That was before I met you, Hua, and Bai. I don't dislike the mountain, I just don't like being alone. I used to fantasize about how nice it'd be if someone would eat with me, hunt with me, or play in the rain with me without caring about getting wet. Now, I'm happy with just being able to nap by the tree, wake up and look at the flowers, and occasionally copy books. As long as there's the mountain and Zayne. Living alone on the mountain isn't a problem since there are very few people here. But if I'm alone, even when there are people, I'll be like a snowflake in the sun. I'll melt.
That won't happen.
Zayne puts away the bamboo slips and clasps his hands. Light flickers between his fingers, and then there are two small snowmen on the table. They're identical to the big snowmen I built, just tinier and lacking clothes.
Not every snowflake will melt.
Oh God. But I'm not one that you, I'm not the one. Oh my God, but I'm not one that you made. Your power can't protect me. Something lands on my forehead. Something lands on my lowered head, and a familiar scent falls on my hair. I can't help but smile as Zayne pats my head.
I'll give you more difficult tasks from now on.
More difficult tasks?
Once you complete all of them, you'll be able to defend yourself no matter what happens.
Will I become as strong as you? That sounds like a lot of training. Zayne looks at the table in silence. The snowmen in my shadow watch him while I stare at his unmoving eyelashes. It's as if eons pass before I hear him speak in a low voice.
It will snow for a long time. There's no need to rush.
Oh God, The table and the bamboo slips in front of the tree are gone. Standing in their place is... Is this one of the more difficult tasks you mentioned? Looking at the stacks of bamboo strips in front of me, my jaw drops. I start counting in a daze. There are hundreds of them. As soon as I finish counting, Zayne raises his hand and points.
There are more behind the tree.
Oh, Lord. He put us to work for real. I quickly walk around to the back. It's part of the same stack.
Don't you want to count those?
I can't anymore. My head is spinning. These are going to be made into umbrellas? All of them?
Correct.
Oh, God. Do I have to make dozens of umbrellas?
Over 100.
Oh. Why? I close my eyes and lie down. I refuse to look at him. Footsteps slowly approach, stopping beside me. I don't want to hear what he's about to say. I cover my ears.
If closing your eyes and covering your ears could solve any problem, I wouldn't mind you mastering this technique.
Huh? I shouldn't be able to hear him well, but Zayne's voice is somehow clearer than before. It resounds in my mind. Incredible. Oh, I know. If I finish making 100 umbrellas, you teach me this skill. Deal?
Why do you want to learn it?
So I can repeat the truth like a mantra to the people in denial. That way, they'll know I'm all right. That I'm right. His laugh also echoes in my mind, making my ears slightly tingle. I rub my ears.
What's wrong?
His cool fingertips gently land behind my ear. He skillfully uses his spiritual power to massage my acupuncture points. His power is just like him, cold and honest, and can quickly make someone sober. But its strength has the opposite effect on me. I feel drowsy. I narrow my eyes and catch a glimpse of Zayne's smiling face. Even though his eyes carry a heaviness, he appears content. I relax.
Are you pretending to sleep? Or are you trying to fall asleep?
You caught me. I can't sleep now. Zayne is unusually admirable today. He didn't rush me to get up and start training immediately. I roll my eyes and prepare to push my luck. You never tell me what the training is for whenever I get a new task. You want me to figure it out for myself. Is this one going to be like the others?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes. Of course. I can only guess based on some of the previous lessons when they end. I'm too embarrassed to ask you about the rest. It's better to understand something fully than to have regrets. Zayne's gaze slowly sweeps over the bamboo strips before falling on the sacred tree behind me.
All right. Let's start with what you couldn't understand. The umbrellas shall act as a seal. They will also be a form of protection. The sacred tree will be a source of spiritual power for the umbrellas to work for years. Once the power fades, the seal will weaken.
Why do you need so many umbrellas? You're not sealing away a rain monster or snow fiend, are you? Zayne softly chuckles, marking the end of our discussion on this topic.
After this is over, how does resting for a long time sound?
Rest? I sit up abruptly, only for Zayne to steady me. You can show me the sights and sounds of the world then. I heard the neighboring town is filled with fragrant flowers. Over the mountain and past 2 rivers, there's a village famous for making Baitang Gao. When we were in town, I learned quite a bit and remembered the townsfolk's gossip. I was waiting for the day I could tell Zayne about it. As I ramble on about various interesting stories, I'm filled with anticipation. Oh God, here we go. Okay. Last chapter, y'all. Thousands of bamboo strips and tens of thousands of colored ribbons surround me. Learning to make an umbrella is much faster than intercepting a trap. Zayne said I should wait for snowfall after the umbrella frames are ready. At that time, my umbrellas will be done. After I finish hundreds of umbrella frames, I still don't know what I'm training for. Zayne might be able to tell me, but I haven't seen him around lately. Even Bai is nowhere to be seen. I want to know what he's busy with, and if I could help in any way. Or maybe he didn't say anything because he knows I can't help. Once I finish this last step, my umbrellas will be complete. The finished umbrella frames are grouped into a small pile not far from the sacred tree. The wind passes through the empty frames, making all sorts of strange sounds. I hide within the mound of umbrellas, waiting for the arrival of the white paper. Making umbrellas is a sleep-inducing task. I've been feeling very drowsy recently. No one's around. It's so boring.
No one's here?
Oh! There he is! Huh? It's as if he doesn't know I'm hiding in this spot.
Then,
Uh-oh.
in winter, on the 12th day of the 12th lunar month, someone skipped her training. Noted, in case someone disputes it.
Oh! He actually has a record? Impossible. I have to steal and burn it when I get the chance. As I come up with a plan, I can't help but also revel in this unexpected discovery. I continue to wait in hopes of discovering more secrets, yet the sounds around me cease. Sensing something, I look up. Through the layers and layers of umbrella frames, eyes as soft as melting snow calmly stare back at me, greeting me with a barely discernible smile.
Why did you decide to sleep under a pile of umbrellas?
I just wanted to try.
How long do you plan to stay there?
I'm coming out, but you need to look away first.
Why?
Because I need to crawl out. I won't look pretty. Zayne's short fit of laughter pierces through the umbrella frames, making me feel embarrassed. I want to crawl out and scare him now.
I agree. It's an embarrassing matter.
A chilly wind blows, spiritual power gathers like waves, and in the blink of an eye, hundreds of umbrella frames are lifted into the air. I look up at the floating umbrella frames. I quickly notice shadows falling from the sky. It's snowing! Will I be done with my umbrellas today? Hey, finally! It's finally over! Uh-oh. These umbrellas are made from the sacred mountain's bamboo and covered in the mountain's snow. Can they be considered divine artifacts? I don't know what you're sealing, but we should keep two or three umbrellas. We have a lot, right? There will be one for me, one for you, and one for Bai.
If you have an umbrella, keep it. Don't give it to other people.
Oh, okay, I won't.
As long as the snow on the umbrella doesn't melt, you don't need to be afraid of anything.
Okay.
However,
Shaking his head, Zayne remembers something and smiles.
trouble seems to find you a lot. The umbrella may be consumed quickly.
Snowflakes fall into the umbrella frames and cover the smooth bamboo. The umbrella surface turned into a pure, flawless white. The snow is silent but fast, as if it wants to cover all the umbrellas in a blink of an eye. I suddenly feel my heart pounding. I quickly grab Zayne's sleeve. Zayne, once these umbrellas are done, my training will be over. What would I become then?
What do you want to become?
I think I don't want to change. I want to be how I've always been.
At least one of your wishes will come true. I'm certain of it.
Oh. I press my lips, but an untimely yawn still comes out.
Are you tired?
Making umbrellas is boring. You and Bai haven't been visiting me, which made it worse. But I won't sleep. I want to be here when all the umbrellas are done. I rub my eyes in an attempt to get rid of the sleepiness. Through my blurry vision, I see spiritual power of an icy blue covers the sky, pulling every snowflake and the wind to it. It extends into the sacred tree. The tree is so powerful now.
You see it?
Yes, but is this power flowing from the tree? Or is the tree absorbing it? Oh god. Zayne reaches out and covers my eyes.
Would you like to rest?
But
Don't be scared.
I don't often say no to Zayne, especially when he speaks slowly with this somewhat gentle tone. I wouldn't say no to him either. I can miss the umbrellas, but Zayne's attempt to lull me to sleep is too precious to disregard. I quickly ignore the odd feeling in my heart and close my eyes.
You can sleep for a bit longer. You don't need to wake up early. After this, you can go see those flowers and try the village's Baitangao. Take an umbrella. My snow won't melt.
But how long is a bit longer? I don't remember when Zayne's voice disappeared. I don't remember how I fell into a deep slumber either. All I remember is that sleeping in the snow was nice. It was soft and not cold at all. After a while, my aching heart quieted down. How long is a bit longer? Zayne? It was either the ice thawing in a frozen pond or sprouts creating a fissure as they broke through the frozen earth. The crisp crackling is clear in my mind, startling me awake from my abyss of my dreams. My long-lost senses suddenly return. My sense of smell is the first to come back. A very faint fragrance envelops me. I open my eyes, and a dappled white light blinds me. The light dances, shining past my eyelids and casting various dark shades of red in my vision. Once my eyes adjust, I finally discover the source of the scent. The tree is covered in blossoming snow-like flowers. The lush, towering sacred tree seems to be holding up the sky. The flowers are blooming. Zayne? There's no more snow under the tree. It's so quiet, not even a single bird chirps. It's as if I'm the only one left in the world. Using the tree trunk as support, I stand up. I circle around the tree, but there's no trace of him. Bye? There's a small grayish-white ball nearby. When I approach it, I see it's just a rock. Next to the rock is a folded umbrella. I thought Bai was guarding it for me. It's the only thing here. Did he leave it for me because he knew I wanted one? I'm satisfied and happy with my logical reasoning, yet no matter how hard I try, I can't seem to find any humor in it. Zayne? Bai? Where are you? Zayne? Are you here? Uh-oh. A silent breath comes from the sacred tree. I quickly quiet myself and return to my hut with the umbrella. Since then, I would wake up and stare at the sacred tree every day. Then I'd go home and sleep the night away. The weather continues to get warmer, but it's still cold near the tree. I fall asleep under the tree and then wake up from the cold in the middle of the night. It's at that moment I realize I can't sense the sacred tree anymore. My power is being suppressed. The sun is getting brighter each day. I carefully put away the umbrella, realizing the snow on it doesn't melt. Will he not appear until the umbrella breaks? When I open the umbrella, a familiar refreshing scent touches my face. I bite my lip, and the calm facade I've been holding collapses. Oh shit, we breaking down? Under the umbrella, I bury my head in my hands, not looking up until quiet footsteps approach. Something warm and fuzzy touches my hand. Hua? Hua is a lot calmer now. He doesn't squirm when I tightly hug her, and she doesn't grumble when my ears wet her fur. She gently swishes her tail, brushing it against my shoulder. I don't like this. They're not here. Do you know where they went? Hua looks up at the sacred tree. Does the tree know where they are? I look up, staring blankly at the cloud-like crown at the sacred tree. A bit of snow appears and falls toward me. Zayne? I hurriedly catch it and take a closer look. It's a white flower, but I'm not sure what species it is. It's as white as snow, but it's not made of ice. I can't sense everything anymore, so I guess it's just my imagination. But if it's not, then this is the tree's answer for me. Falling flowers represent goodbyes. The person I'm looking for might no longer be here. Cradling the flower, I think for a long, hard time. Hua comes and goes, leaving me bright red fruits. Thank you, Hua. I gently place the white flowers on the ground next to the tree. I stand up, put the fruits in my pocket, and pat Hua's head. You're strong. You should be able to guard this place. I'm trusting you to protect this tree until we return. Is that okay with you? When Hua grumbles, I nod and begin my trek down the mountain with my umbrella. Since they're not here, I'll look elsewhere. The world is big and there are a lot of people. However, as long as I have my umbrella, I can go anywhere. I've rested enough. I can't afford to waste a single moment. Before I leave the tree's domain, I turn to take one last look at it. Under the tree, Hua's figure is blurred, but the sacred tree stands tall and beautiful, like always. It has such a nice scent. What kind of flower could... When I find Zayne, I need to ask him. Under the sacred tree, the white flower takes root. It stands tall and emits a faint fragrance. So that's it, guys. What do you think happened? Yes, he sacrificed himself. Remember when they were saying the tree, she was saying that the tree's energy was like absorbing something in that moment, and he was telling her to close her eyes? That tree was absorbing him. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, and I don't like that we left Hua behind either. But, you know, she told Hua to watch the tree so she could go find Zayne and buy. But that happened, so yeah. Wasn't that sad? Our poor Zayne. I played this before, but I just forgot how depressing this was. This was a lot.
Get